welcome to the pod. Welcome to Brian's World. I am your host, your humble host, that is, the ambassador of Kansas City, your big homie Brian B. Shynin. And I'm glad you're here with me, man. Make sure you subscribe on the YouTube channel at B Shynin so you can tap into everything, not only Brian's World, but Hustle and Shine in the morning, my mixes, beats, all that other stuff, man. Also, this is a Foolish Club Media podcast. So shout out to my family at Foolish Club Media. You can tap in with them and subscribe, rate, and review at Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and on YouTube as well. Got a great pod for you this week as the schedule just was released. I have a couple thoughts about it. Reasons why Chiefs Kingdom should not be surprised about what the games look like and where they are on the schedule coming up in 2025. Got to talk a little bit of this NBA playoffs going on. Huh? Yeah, exciting basketball going on. Surprisingly good basketball. The NBA playoffs just definitely superior to the NBA regular season, bar none. I got my thoughts about that and who I think will win the championship. Well, unfortunately, now that my Lakers have been out of it. Yeah, so. Anyway, Kansas City stuff, man. We got to handle some town business real quick. Riding right. All right. The reality of ATVs and the sideshows in Kansas City. We got to have a discussion about it because it's some serious implications going on and some serious consequences being handed out by Kansas City. And in the summer of 2025, what would a song of summer 2025 be? It's always a debate of what a song of the summer is, as well as Memorial Day coming up. We got to talk about barbecue season here. I mean, look, in Kansas City, the barbecue season is year round. It's not a seasonal thing. But for the majority of America, man, barbecue season is upon us.
Like, different owners like to complain about their schedule, and it seems like every year Art Rooney has a gripe about his schedule. I've never heard Clark Hunt complain.
Nope.
I've never heard Andy Reid complain.
Nope.
I've never heard Patrick Mahomes complain.
Never.
If anything, they say we love it.
Right. No, they're like that. And that, I know we talked about this yesterday, and we've talked about it a million times in the last 5 years. It's just the Chiefs love the show. They do. Turn the lights on, turn the bright lights on. Here we go. Put the spotlight on me. Watch me go. Watch me be a star. But as much as they have a positive attitude about all that, this is still ridiculously crazy tough with the amount of movement, the amount of days they're playing in, short weeks, all over the place. 7 night games. I don't know if I've ever heard anybody in NFL history, and I don't know if we can look that up, that has 7 night games. 7 p.m. or later, the Chiefs are playing 7 times. I've never heard that. Then a bunch of other standalone games off of that. So I look at it and go, man, the schedule itself is pretty tough, okay? And it might not be quite as tough as the Eagles overall, what we saw, but the structure of it is one of the toughest I've ever seen. And the Chiefs can say all they want. You know how it is. You're a routine guy, and they'll try to overcome it and not make it a big deal. But everybody likes their routine. And when you're on, Sunday night, and then the next week we're on Monday night, and then, it's a week off, and then it's Thursday, and then it's, we're back on this day, and we got to travel here, and it's tough. It's tough, and I think the NFL is making it about as tough on them as they possibly can here.
The schedule should not surprise anybody. It just reflects the Chiefs' dominance. It reflects the Chiefs' prominence in the league with these high-profile games. Look, man, if you thought that your schedule was going to be straight and direct last year, heading into this year, what was you thinking? Come on, we played 3 games in 10 days last year, and one of them games was on Christmas. So did you think things were going to calm down for the 2025 Chiefs, who just happened to go back to the Super Bowl as well? With the Chiefs facing the Chargers in Sao Paulo, Brazil, look, the league wants to continue to expand its game worldwide, and this schedule is fit for a kingdom, okay? You got to get used to this Chiefs kingdom. This is the way it's going to be as long as Patrick Mahomes is our quarterback. We're global now. That's how I take this. This is probably one of Lamar Hunt's dreams. This is probably where Lamar Hunt saw this thing going with the National Football League all the way from the Foolish Club with the AFL days, just being the crown jewel team of the league that represents them globally. Like, you just got to think, man, with the way that streaming is, the way that the games are being displayed with Netflix, and now you look at this Chargers game in Brazil, this is going to be the first free stream game on YouTube. And of course, they gotta have the Chiefs to lead the ship with that. Who else you gonna have? You're gonna have the Falcons going down to Sao Paulo. You're gonna depend on that, or you're gonna depend on the Cowboys? Nah, man, they stretched out enough. You want your best team with the best player, and of course, that has been the Chiefs for the past several years. And not only with the opening game against the Chargers in Sao Paulo, but you also got Thanksgiving games. Oh, and let me toot my own horn for just a second, because if you recall last season on Brian's World, I called this. I said we were going to have this game on Thanksgiving against the Cowboys. Let's take a trip back down memory lane real quick. Chiefs at Cowboys next year. I got a bet going that this is going to be on Thanksgiving. There's no way. There's Jake Tuck. There's no way the NFL misses out on this, dog. Pat Mahomes coming to his hometown, probably more than likely the team he grew up rooting for. And bro, it's perfect. I don't see no other team going to Texas. I mean, what, they gonna throw the Giants on again? Giants Cowboys for the 1,000th time on Thanksgiving, like we see this year.
That makes sense. It will either probably be Thanksgiving or it could be around Christmas. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all gonna start listening to me. I know what I'm talking about with this team. And I also said that the Chiefs should take over Christmas Day games. And look at here. For the third year in a row, another Christmas game for the Chiefs. And if you love Christmas in Kansas City, man, which everybody does when they move here, including my wife, she thinks it's really special. I mean, everybody does. But look, man, the Chiefs and the Christmas Day tradition continues in 2025. Now, the team has expressed a desire to become a permanent fixture on Christmas, similar to like Detroit and Dallas on Thanksgiving. The NFL has not publicly commented, but hell, to me, they've already publicly commented on it by putting the Chiefs on Christmas Day for the third year in a row. So, NFL, why y'all playing with us? Just go ahead and stomp the Chiefs logo right by Santa Claus's face and make it a new tradition. We snatched it away from the NBA and gave it right to Kansas City, where it belongs, because Christmas in Kansas City it's a special time. Trust me, believe me, my wife moved here for it. This just isn't a game anymore. This is the Chiefs era, man. It really is. And the bigger picture is that the schedule, it's just not about football, but it's about power, it's about influence, and how the league has to move around with us now. Okay, this is our ship. It's been that way for a while now, and the NFL wants to put its biggest assets and its biggest team and its biggest stars in its biggest moments to get the biggest ratings. And the Kansas City Chiefs are that asset. Yes, we are. But let me dive into the schedule before we wrap up real quick. I mean, look, coming out of the gate, I don't know if it gets any tougher than this. We thought last year's was tough, but this year, man, you facing the Chargers in Brazil. And then the home opener is against the Eagles, the team that mollywopped us in the Super Bowl. So Saquon is going to bring that running game here, and they're going to be talking all that shit in Arrowhead Stadium, and I can't wait, because this is our home opener. And we got to reclaim that. We got to get it back in blood. But then you got the Giants and their home opener the week after that on Sunday Night Football. The schedule guys did the Chiefs no favors in this. Baltimore at home. Then you come in against a young Jaguars team. That's Monday Night Football against Travis Hunter. We're going to see him early. And then you got Detroit. To wrap up. That's the first 6 weeks of the season right there. So I think the bye week is perfectly placed right there, week 10. You can't ask for a better bye week than that. Maybe you wanted it a little later than that, but I think week 10 is a good spot, because perhaps you may have some injuries early that may occur with this team, and that'll be a good, reset button week. But then after that, you got to go to Denver. Before that, we're at Buffalo. So the Chiefs don't see Arrowhead Stadium from October 27th for almost a whole month up until it might as well be a month till November 23rd. So we're only going to have one game at home in November. I didn't like that. That's concerning. And then you got 3 games in December, including at Arrowhead, including the Christmas game. So um, I thought the schedule is a little lighter in terms of um, the rigidness of it than last year. But hell, last year they put the Chiefs through the limit. They pushed this team to the limit with that schedule. And I think it showed a little bit in that Super Bowl. I think you saw a tired Chiefs team in that game, one that was not ready for Philly and all they had to offer. And I don't know, man, that schedule coming down the stretch probably has something to do with the Chiefs fatigue and that factor in the Super Bowl. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just something that I saw. Maybe it's just Brian. I don't know. But I do know one thing, though, is that nobody else could have played that schedule and did what the Chiefs did last year but that team. Okay. So look, with all this talk with these teams and this schedule, don't get me wrong. This schedule is a gauntlet for this team. There are no cupcake games. None. Maybe the Titans at the end. Maybe depending on what Cam Ward is looking at. But, seeing Baltimore, seeing San Francisco, seeing Buffalo, the whole AFC West, that's going to be a dogfight because every single team has gotten way better than last year, including the little funky ass Raiders. So, but that's not what happens when you set the bar. Okay, you don't play down to your competition. You play up so your competition plays to you. And you're going to get everybody's best shot. And the Chiefs been getting everybody's best shot for the past 6-7 years now. So they should be used to that. But this kind of schedule, with this attention, it should be expected, man. Like I said at the top, it should be expected after the run we done had last year and the years before that, after cementing our dynasty status. This is the schedule that you're going to get year in and year out. This is the life we live now as Chiefs fans, y'all. It is. And we are the standard. We are the bar. We are the culture of football. I don't give a damn how bad we lost in the Super Bowl. Okay, it still stands that everybody fears the Kansas City Chiefs. And with that comes pressure, scrutiny, and my favorite, haters. I love y'all. Okay, but also greatness. We've seen it time in and time out with Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid, Kelsey Jones, and the rest of the team. So Chiefs Kingdom, I'm saying all that to say, embrace this. Embrace it. Embrace the hate. Embrace the toughness. Embrace the adversity. Okay? Because, look, what comes out of this is being the main character of the NFL. That's what the Chiefs are right now. Villain, hero, wherever you want to call us, we are the main character. And whether it's at Arrowhead, whether it's in Brazil, Dallas, Switzerland, Christmas morning, the world is watching us, the Kansas City Chiefs. And I'm going to tell you like this, here in Kansas City, we wouldn't want it any other way.